Hello, you lovely lot. How are you doing? I've just made myself a lovely coffee and I've got all my products that I want to share with you today. And I thought I would do a slight, it's not completely an overview of one brand, but I'd like to go through the brand Merit. It's new to me and it's all about a very simple, pared back, sustainable, clean, I have issues with that word particularly, but a brand that takes huge responsibility on the environmental processes of creating a brand, shipping a brand, that they have limited their plastic to their packaging to minimal, everything through the delivery process is biodegradable, reusable or recyclable. You get the vibe, and they have created a makeup collection that is very minimal. So I just thought I would do a minimal makeup. I'm not just going to show you one product, am I? Because it doesn't work like that. But I've really enjoyed using these simple tones. I've added a few other products as well and a few other tips, but I've been really interested at looking at the visuals and the hype about Merit. So I thought, why not? I spoke to the PR and said, please could I try a few of their products? And I'm really impressed. I think with the brand, they kind of want to create like a little capsule collection, and they do actual collections as well. If you go to their website, they do collections. I don't have a code or anything like that. Maybe I will ask them by the time I've got to launch this, to upload this video, but it's just an organic piece of content. Right, I want to go through the things that I love. So I've done my skincare and I've done my SPF, and it's been settling into my skin for the last half an hour or so. So here we are, barefaced. The product that I've really enjoyed using, it's called an Instant Glow Serum, and it's called Great Skin. It's a biophase, so it's sort of water and oil, and it's got 4 different hyaluronic molecule sizes. So you get the hydration at the top of your skin, on the surface of your skin, and just underneath. But it is so beautiful under makeup. If you like a glow, or your skin is, turn the bottle around like that, it does spit a little bit, and it's very, very runny. But when you put it on, it's literally so runny, it's dripping everywhere. That's not a criticism at all. But when you put it on, it just feels so hydrating. And if you are someone who has dry skin, I can just never get enough moisturiser on my skin, but sometimes the moisturiser might be too heavy and it feels a bit gloopy, or then it peels. The oil that I might put on my skin is literally going down here. As usual, I might have overdone it, so I'm just going to use that into my hands. It just keeps on giving in this kind of like water and oil consistency. It's also got niacinamide and other wonderful goodies in, which I would have to go back to the website to have a look at. But what I can tell you is that it sits beautifully under makeup. Now, what are you looking for? When I say it sits beautifully under makeup, what does that mean to you? It just doesn't pill, or it makes your skin feel brighter. For me, what that means is that it enables the makeup to fuse beautifully with your skin. And if I've put makeup, oh God, it feels so nice. If I've put makeup on a dry skin, you just see the makeup straight away. You don't see skin. And especially because we're creating a very soft, natural looking makeup, barely there beauty, it needs to look like skin. So that's what we're doing. So I'm not creating a kind of polished, high airbrush finish. I'm creating something that's very, very neutral. Okay, so let's start with their complexion stick. My shade, or this shade, is Linen. It might be a little bit light, but we'll see. And it's called the Minimalist Perfection Concealer, I believe. I might have that wrong, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. It comes with a little lid like this that clips down. It's not magnet, and it's super, super stylish and really pleasant to use. Now, I'm going to just come here. I'm going to apply this under my eyes. Now you can see that you'd probably think, oh, that looks a little heavy, Caroline, and I would agree. The reason this blends, the reason why I love this is because it fuses with the serum and it just blends in. But I'm just going to place it in all the areas around my nose and chin and these blimmin' pigmentation areas. Okay, let's start there, a bit over my eyes just to kind of even out the pigmentation there. Let's start there. They actually won an award for their brush So when I was showing you here, the little buffing brush, which is super handy for any kind of complexion. And again, I've talked about the bonus of using a really stubby brush, because it really helps to push the product into the skin, but it doesn't allow the product to be absorbed into the skin, therefore you get no wastage. Okay, going in with the best tools in the business, my fingers or your fingers, just give them a little bit of a warmth. And because I've got that base, look how this blends. Oh, mustn't pull my eyes down. Mustn't pull my eyes down. It literally just almost, I want to use the word dilutes. It dilutes and evenly spreads across your face. Now, if you're not someone who likes touching your face, then you would obviously want to use the brush, and maybe this would be too much for you. But for someone who does love to literally target the areas she wants to conceal and then buff out the areas, buff out the line so that it looks soft, so I don't get that very sort of heavy mask-like effect. Don't worry, the colour is a little light, but I'm going to go for a bronzy theme, so it will work out in the end. I love the fact that I sort of take you on this journey of like, oh God, is she really going to work this look or not? Yeah, now I've been away, or since I've been away, I'm obviously a little bit warmer in colour, and you know, I didn't actually go in and buy this colour myself. Very kindly I was sent it. So yes, I probably would be a little bit of a darker shade than linen, but hey ho, this is going to give me great face shaping, isn't it? Because I'm going to warm up the darker parts, outer sides of my face, so I'll get that nice shape to my bone structure. Anyway, as I'm whittering along, you can see, and honestly, it is my touch to my face. I'm not quick. I'm just literally blending it in, and you just think, oh, there we go. I look better and brighter all in one, and it just is a really beautiful thing. The key thing about any foundation that is worth its buck is that you put it on and it just makes your skin look better and it looks like skin, right? And it's a pleasure to use, and that is really, really easy to use. I'm assuming I haven't pushed it up, but I'm sure that's the propelling part. I'm not sure how much you get, to be interesting to see. But I've been using this for sort of 2 or 3 weeks and I haven't actually turned the little thing up yet, the propelling thing up. So yeah, a little bit goes a long way. So my redness is concealed, my nose is concealed, my eyes are brighter. As you can see, it's sort of really sort of settled in to my skin. So I'm happy with that. Now, let's do the skin so you're not sat there thinking, oh gosh. We're going to go in with clay. Now they do lots of different bronzing tones and shades. This is probably a little warm for me. I'd probably go a little bit cooler. Comes with a lovely lid like this. I love the packaging. It's all super lightweight, all recyclable. And it's a really lovely shape. So you wouldn't put it like that. You would just take that underneath your cheekbone and blend it through underneath your cheekbone. And again, I'm very, very gentle with the touch of the product to my face. And when you have it in these application sticks, it's very nice. Like if I'm comparing this to I've gone off on a tangent, but I'm just looking and seeing how the product works, like a nude stick. Really love those blushes, but they're a little bit thicker in texture. This is super creamy, and I think that's because it's got really beautiful skincare ingredients. My God, if the brand was ever to watch that, they'd be like, oh my God, do your research. But I would do my research, but I'm going on instinct and texture and feel, and this is literally smashing it. It's not too greasy. Oh, hi bin men. You might get some like orange flashing lights. They always come. I tried to time it. Anyway, whatever. I just, yeah, that to me, and I'm just going to across my nose. It is super sheer and super delicate on my skin, and it's just glide, and I just love this beautiful kind of dimension. Oh, this is such a beautiful product. In conjunction with the others, I have to say, if you like creamy products, you're going to love this. Let's just wait for the guys to do their thing. I am very, very happy with that. I'm going to put a little bit just in my socket up here, just to push back those hoods and blend that through to give a natural kind of definition and socket up to my eyebrow. Better already. And what about just a bit under here, yeah? Just to kind of shape that chin area. In terms of how it feels glorious. It feels like skincare. So far, so good. So let's pop that on there. Okay, now they're flush cheeks, flush balm cheek colours. There's a few shades of these. This is terracotta. Now, ideally, I would have liked a more peachy colour. So I'm going to add an Hourglass product, I think, to kind of really keep this capsule collection makeup all vegan and cruelty free. And also Merit is Leaping Bunny as well, which is, as you know, is quite a hard certification to get. Not impossible, obviously, but it means you're serious about what you're using in your products. So this is the Flash Balm, but I have been using this separately. I'm just going to put a little bit on just to show you. So it's a little bit more peachy than the tan, but it's sort of too it's too close for you to really see for this film. I'll just show you for that. In terms of comparing it to the bronzer, it's a little bit more glossy, but in a creamy way, you know? So when I've been wearing it, I think, oh yeah, I look quite dewy, but I don't look sparkly. They do have a highlighter here. This is called Bounce, and it's called their Day Glow. Again, they have different colours. This is a bit too cool for me, but I'm sort of, yeah, like it, but I'm not blown away by it. But I think maybe if I had the right colour for me, I would do. But I think with the bronzer and the blush, I've got enough dew, so maybe choose one or the other. You might want to add that if you're looking for something, but maybe I'll get some more shades in and have a little play, because it just feels so nice, and makeup for me is something that should feel lovely all the time. So I'll pop that to the side for the moment. And the terracotta cheek flush, which I've loved, and that's literally gone in my own makeup bag. I should do my own little makeup bag film very soon actually for you to show you. Right, let's carry on. Let's go in with the Hourglass, and this is Revel. This is a blusher that I use. Oh, they're like, whoa, punchy. This is a blusher that I use a lot at work. I love these cream blushers because they really last and the pigment is perfect. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand first of all, because it is very pigmented, and see how it blends well. So I want to give a little bit of a lift, but I want, that's too much colour. Let's just blend that down a bit. Almost want sort of a flush. So let's bring that round to the front of my face more, so it looks more natural rather than kind of like a shaping makeup. Just tidy that up a little bit. I've just washed my Merit brush, that's why I'm not using it. This is the Sheer Foundation Make the Make brush, sort of similar vibe, but I want to make sure that's a bit, there we are. You see how that's just nice, more flushy, whether sometimes I put my blush on and I really want to lift or I want to add shape, but because this is a very kind of like understated makeup, that was too much shape. So let's just put a little bit back on my chin. Let's just take the blusher off the back of my hand. So we're going underneath my pupil. Just make sure, look, see how I've brought that blusher in way too close. Push that back with a clean thumb and just go roundy a little bit. Take the clean brush and just soften those edges. So I'm getting that nice flushy blush, but it looks undetectable. And then just with your fingers, you can just pat a little bit of the blush just on your forehead, on the nose, on your chin, because our skins naturally have so many different tones and undertones that the reason that sometimes if you're not a makeup lover and you put makeup on, you feel like so different, is because you're just making yourself look one tone and you're used to seeing lots of different tones, and that's the beauty in lots of very soft, creamy colours. So far so good. The texture of the makeup is feeling lovely. So let's go in with the brow pomade. This shade that I've got is brown. Really, really nice. I've just got my tattooing still on, which is probably fading a little bit, but I'm fine with that. this has really been helping. I take the excess off and then I bring the brows in. Now this is again very, very light in stroke. I'm creating more volume to the brow, but pushing it back. It's almost like back combing. So I'm getting the product underneath the brow hair and then laying it down. Oopsie. And then laying it flat. And then just on the outside here where I could do with a few little strokes, you see where it gets a little patchy there. Just push that down there. And what I could do is get a very small brush. Okay, it's Jen Hughes brush. This is a very fine angled brush. And what I'm doing is just using that with the same products. I've got the same tone. And then I'm going to fill in this edge. I think when you're doing a natural look, it's really nice to have your brows as full and as soft as possible. And you don't need to have an extra product. It can just be that different, you see? So good, right? So you're going to take the product off my hand so it's not wasting it. I took it off and then go back. So back comb the brows on themselves. That way ensuring lots of product sits all round the eyebrow hair and then place. Okay, and again on the outside here. I've only done one dip actually with this brow, but I've only had it a couple of weeks, so there we go, and just pull that out. If you find that your products do not last on your brow and you've been using a similar serum, or you've done a similar process to me where you've kind of blended lots of creams into your skin and then you find that your brows just literally aren't lasting, it's because that area is too oily when you put it on. So just take a cotton bud, I'm sure I've shared that tip with you before, and just remove the oily base and then put the product on so it grips much better. I said to the lovely lady who did my brows, Miriam, just please give me morning brows so that I can build them up for my films if I want to, but it's been, honestly, I just feel so much better about myself when I get up in the morning, because my face just feels put together. It did sort of feel like a crumpled old bag sometimes. Not that I'm calling myself an old bag, but it just felt crumply. Anyway, we'll bang on about that. Good, okay, happy with that. I have not tried the mascara yet. This is the volumizing mascara, Clean Lash. It's a really nice weighty packaging as well, so I can try that in a second. I don't have any eyeshadows. I don't think they do eyeshadows yet. Okay, so next I'm going to use Reef, and this is Gen C. I've used this before. It's such a beautiful tone on the eyes if you're doing very simple, natural beauty. And again, this is a new makeup brand, vegan, cruelty-free, and just beautiful to apply. And it's kind of like a very soft peach, which is just enough. Sort of, you do want to add a little bit of colour that's sort of 2 tones away from your actual skin colour. So you get that bit of definition and you get that bit of shape. Okay, good. And the other side. I love it as my skin tone starts to get a little bit warmer and not so wintered. I mean, I should and could do that all year round, obviously, with fake tan, but I don't know. I think sometimes you have to kind of roll with the seasons, don't you? But I know many of my friends fight with the seasons because they love a bit of fake tan. Okay, let's just blend that out. Such a nice eyeshadow. What do you prefer? Do you prefer applying eyeshadow with a brush and powder, or do you prefer creams? Are you scared of creams, or do creams work well with your skin? don't know, it'd be interesting to see what you think, because I do like a little bit of face painting, face patting, but I don't know, maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, I don't know. Lovely. Super, super, super troopers. Let's go in with the mascara. Okay, so first impressions, it's a twisted brush. Let me just see there. Very, very soft, nice and thin and pointy at the end. I imagine it's going to give a very natural effect to my lashes. You wouldn't create a very effortless, barely there natural brand and have full-on lashes. That would be my mascara though, right? But let's see how it works. So let's do mascara top and bottom. I always like to do the mascara just on the top to give myself a bit of a lift, especially if I'm feeling a little tired. But for this look, because it's quite simple, very soft, very tonal, very barely there, I'm going to do it top and bottom lashes to keep my eyes nice and wide. Might be quite nice to use a little bit of off-white as well in the waterline. Ooh, did you hear my tummy? If you didn't hear my tummy, that would be a bit strange, wouldn't it? Joining in the combo. Right, very nice texture. I can tell straight away whether I'm going to like a mascara or not because of its consistency. If I put a mascara on and it feels very watery, I know that it's going to bleed really quickly. Bleed, that's not a very nice word. Dilute very quickly onto my skin. But this has got a little bit of resistance when I'm putting it onto my lashes so that I know it's got a little bit of welly. And also that's really important because it will allow me to build up. And you always get the kind of beautiful finish to the mascara, or the true finish of any mascara, I think, when you've done a second coat. Because it allows it to build up on itself. The first coat goes onto the lashes, great, but then what it's meant to do and how it's meant to perform is when it kind of layers on the lashes and builds up. So whether that's definition through the mascara going through the brush onto the lashes, or whether that's the pigment sitting on the lashes, it just depends on what type of finish mascara is. I hope that made sense. I think I went off and rambled, and I'm sorry if I did, but I'm sure most of you know what I mean. Gosh, mascara is such a personal thing, isn't it? I've had so many mascara stories over my time with so many different women talking about makeup. We're so fussy, as we should be, because our eyes are different, our lash density, length, condition is all different. Yeah, so there we go. I've made a little bit of a mess of that mascara, so I'm going to have to lift that up a little bit on the outside. Very nice, natural mascara, good density to the lashes. Probably for me, it wouldn't be one of the products that wouldn't be my ride or die product. I'd probably go for the skin products. But let me see how this wears through the day, because that is also really key in any mascara. As much as I love my Charlotte Tilbury, and I love the Pillow Talk Charlotte Tilbury, it can transfer in the day, but that's because I do wear quite a dewy skin. So, I mean, I'm asking it to do a lot. But like the Beauty Pie Wrap Star is amazing because it just stays put. So it's kind of like, what do you want out of your mascara? It's hard, isn't it? So let me work with that. I'm going to lift this side up just a little bit more on the left to see how that works for the day, and I'll come back to you in a couple of weeks on that. But the consistency and the soft fluffiness of the lashes is a big tick. What do you think? Hard to tell, isn't it? Hard to tell through the lens. I appreciate that. Right, so now in terms of lips, they've got a few offerings. They've got a really beautiful lipstick. Now this is called Baby. It comes like this. Let me just show you the lovely packaging. And the texture is really beautiful and really wearable. This is too cold for me. I need to go for a slightly warmer one. I did try and look at the colours actually on the website, which I might just have a little look at now if you can be patient with me. It's called the Lightweight Lipstick, and this is shade Baby, like I said, but I would need Millennial, which is a slightly brighter pink, but if you like a cooler pink, this is perfect. But the texture is really, really nice and soft. They also do these beautiful lip glosses and glazes. This is slightly thicker, so this one is, let me just get this right for you because I can't bear it if I don't tell you the right information. So these are the tinted lip oils, and there is a classic and the gel. So this is the classic and this is the gel. So these are super, super sheer. Should just do the brand justice. Just do the brand justice and lob it onto my table. Just really, really gorgeous. This would be a ride or die. Either of the ones that you want. It's just so beautiful. It doesn't irritate the lips. It doesn't come off in half an hour. It just feels divine. Whatever formula they've done, they've smashed it. I'm going to use an Emmeline lip liner because I want to give a better mouth shape than I've got, especially on my top lip, because I'm going to be using quite a glassy finish. Again, this is a beautiful brand, vegan, cruelty-free, and it's a really nice natural lip colour, this one. This is called Luxor, and it's mainly just for my top lip. I'm going to fill in just to really enhance that sort of vermilion line that's fading slightly and just even out that texture. Rub it together just to transfer very lightly, get your lips to do the work for you. So even as a kind of really understated, barely there beauty look, that in itself is lovely. So I'm going to be using the shade Slick in Pink Beat, just for a little bit more colour. So yeah. Yeah. It's that perfect balance of a pinky nude that's got a little bit of brightness in, so it doesn't kind of make my complexion sort of go ooh and wilt, you know. Now maybe for my sort of barely there beauty, is that too much? Just soften that lip line. Great little touch of the fingers makes all the difference there. Let's have a look how it balances with a bit of hair down. She does look quite made up, doesn't she? That's the lip, but my skin looks super fresh. Let me just get my clean brush and just blend that out. Yeah, really, really nice. So there's the look, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned a few things. And if you've bought other products from Merit or any other new, beautiful, vegan, Leaping Bunny certified makeup, then let us know. Let's share the love on things that we're enjoying ourselves. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.